trying to do a sleep study for my sleep apnea. So along with all of my chronic illness stuff that I've been struggling with post-COVID, post-mold exposure, is I've had insomnia for the last, probably, I would say 4.5 years. And I got married 3 years ago, and we discovered I was snoring because I never slept in the same bed with somebody else, so I didn't know. And also, there's definitely been weight gain with my illness. And so my husband sleeps with a CPAP. And so he's been doing that for 3 years, and he managed to figure it out. It took him a couple of months, and he's like, yeah, definitely, he has more energy. I can tell the difference. I can see a difference in him. And so I knew how important, CPAPs were. And so it took so long. So I went and I talked to the doctor, and then they sent me to a sleep study team. It's a third party. They send you home with this kit. You put your nasal cannula in, and you have, I think, your pulse ox on your finger to measure your oxygen, and you have this little flat plastic box where everything plugs into it, and you have to tape it to yourself so it doesn't move. And so you do that for 2 nights. The first night I didn't sleep because I couldn't sleep with this thing on me, and I have insomnia, and so anything new, of course, it's just nope, I won't sleep. I've been using anxiety pills to sleep at night, so I take that prescribed by my doctor. That's the only thing that's been helping up to this point. And so then you send the sleep study back. They, research it. They told me you have severe sleep apnea, and so you're not breathing 42 times per hour. Okay, so, and then they're we want to do an overnight sleep study with our crew and our techs. So you come to our place and you sleep. And it just was going in, trying to be optimistic, knowing it was going to be horrible. Doesn't even you begin to to describe it. They put a million little, electrode things on your head, on your heart, a pulse ox, and then they put a sleep apnea, little mask on you. It was a double nasal one, and it doesn't cover it. It's just 2 little, and then it pushes up across your face, and then it's okay, good luck, go to sleep. And there's a button here if you need us. I had to use the bathroom 4 times that night, which is very usual for me, so they have to come in and unplug you and plug you back in. And about 2 a.m. I was I haven't slept all night, and I'm I'm having anxiety putting this on my face, and I'm I want to go home. And the guy was okay. And I was and I'm starving. So he's okay, why don't you did you bring a snack? And I was yeah. So I went and ate my snack, and I was in there, and I was talking about, I was trying to calm down. And so I ate my snack, I calmed down. I even had brought a fan with me to help keep me cool. Plus, for me, sleeping mattresses are always really uncomfortable when you're super overweight, so it's such a struggle. And so the bed felt laying on cement. I mean, of course I wasn't gonna sleep, and it really hurts my hips super bad when you sleep on a super hard mattress. The only mattress that I can sleep is on a Select Comfort mattress, and my number is really low. It's basically a hammock, and that's the only way I can sleep at night. And so he comes, back in. I've calmed down. We put the mask back on me. I was up the entire night. And I went home, and I was super grouchy, and it was just not great. And then I slept for 4 hours at home. So fast forward to, I got the CPAP. And it's one that goes on your nose. It was the one we tested, the 2 little knobs. And so they're you have to get 4 hours of use per night, 5 days out of the week. And they said, you can even just sit there and watch TV with it on to get yourself acclimated. And so I do everything. I wear it during the day, during TV time. I would try and wear it at night, and it would always go like this. So I put it on at night, and I would sit there for an hour not sleeping because I couldn't fall asleep with that thing on. And so after an hour, I was told myself, like, you can, wear it for an hour, and if you're not sleeping, then you can take it off, and then you can sleep the rest of the night. So I would take it off after the first hour, and I wouldn't sleep the entire night because I'm having such anxiety, because I already have such anxiety not sleeping with all of my stuff, with everything that I'm struggling with, all of my illness stuff, And so it was the most horrible experience ever. And I tried for 2+ months. And then I finally found functional medicine, this team. They've been working with me. I can't recommend them enough. It's Synapse Center for Health and Healing. And they were like, oh, that there's like a device you can get from like a dentist. You just have to find the right dentist and you can use that instead. And I was like, sweet, I am so done. So I returned the equipment because I was just like, I've done everything for 2 months, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. This is not working for me. And everyone's like, just keep going, just keep pushing through. You just keep trying and keep trying. And I'm like, you guys don't understand. Like, mine's a very specific situation. So it turns out I find this naturopathic dentist who does, it's like teeth molds, top and bottom, and they attach with a rubber band, top and bottom, and it pulls your jaw forward at night when you sleep. And so you wear it all night. And he's like, oh yeah, 75% of people who have sleep apnea and who get a CPAP cannot tolerate a CPAP. He's like, we had to figure out something else for people because you can die from sleep apnea. Like, I read all of the, literature on it. Like, you can absolutely die. It will shorten your lifespan. You can be overweight, like all these things, brain fog, blah, blah, blah. There's like so many symptoms that are just really bad for your body. And so we had to figure out something. So I had to come in 4 times to get refitted with the dentist. So I go in and we take the molds, and then I come back and we pop it on and it's way too tight. And I come back a second and then a 3rd time, and we finally got it like filed down to the appropriate fit, because it was just too tight before, and it's finally fitting. I'm finally able to pop it out myself because they are super hardcore, like strong plastic. Like, it is not flexible at all. So finally got that all figured out. And it took 3 months from when I started with that dentist, and 3 months later is when I finally got the apparatus to take home with me. And I'm just so grateful. I've been sleeping with it for I think 4 months now, and I feel a difference. Like, I know I'm snoring less. I can see it on my sleep apps. My husband's like, I can hear you snoring less. I know I have more energy. Yeah, so it's definitely the best thing. I can't recommend it enough for people who can't tolerate a CPAP. And it's so frustrating because nobody is telling people, out there. They're like, nobody's giving this information and saying, yeah, you may not be able to tolerate like the majority of people. And it's just basically like, oh, well, you're screwed, too bad. And it's just like, that's not okay. This is not okay. So definitely will be something for people to look for. It's called a mandibular advancement device. So you have to find kind of like a natural dentist who has that knowledge, and you just Google it and you guys can find it. And it'll change your life. It'll change your life. It's super amazing. Totally worth it. It's, it's expensive. Insurance doesn't cover it. Mine was $4,000, but absolutely worth it. Like, if it's between that and dying and having a short life because of sleep apnea, $4,000 is totally worth it. So very expensive. Getting healthy is very expensive. Insurance doesn't cover, any healthcare that's actually going to help you cure yourself and heal. They only, cover pills. So, but in the long run, I mean, health is everything. For people who know and don't have it, they know. Health is everything. You can't pay enough, for people to get healthy. Some people who have $1 million still could not pay for appropriate health care because, maybe we're dying or whatever. And like, people would pay anything for it. And so this is such a great tool that I really will just like encourage everybody to try. So check it out. Here is my mandibular adjustment device. for my sleep apnea. And the way I like to put it together is your closed pieces go together, and then I pop on the band and you push it on both sides, and then I find my bottom piece. My bottom piece has this nice flat edge. You can see it on the bottom, and then it just goes in. It's a little tricky to figure out how to pop out, but you basically like pull on these ridges on the bottom and you just pop it out. Usually I open the band. I take them off first in the morning. And to keep these nice and clean, I have this, it's called Fresh Night, and you pop them in and you just press this button and it actually disinfects it. It takes 2.5 minutes and disinfects it, and then you just charge this guy when he's down. And actually, so during the daytime, I wear my retainer like right in the morning for about 2 hours. I should do it longer, but we all have lives and that's just not realistic, because this will move your teeth. It moves your teeth forward. Everything's different. I can feel my bite changing. And so, you know, if you're really adamant, I've worn my retainer for like 20 years, my retainer to keep my good teeth in alignment. And so it's kind of frustrating that this is moving my teeth around, but it's like either get sleep and not die, or get sleep apnea and die from not wearing this. And so you just kind of like have to pick your battles and make your choices. And so yeah, definitely if you have a retainer with your good alignment, I would wear that during the day anytime that you can. So that'll help you figure out how to keep your teeth nice and straight. So anyway, it's great, worth every penny.